Hey everybody, Nick here, and today I'd like to go through with you together for the very first time the Spyderco Reveal Volume 6. Now, Spyderco is a knife company, one of my very favorites. They tend to make some really awesome stuff, and so I'm often excited about new releases for them. But more importantly, this Reveal program is how they go ahead and they drop new models into their line. This is how they announce to the world, this is what's coming next from Spyderco, and inevitably, the day that one of these drops, everybody and their mother's asking me, Nick, oh my god, did you see the new Blubbity Blahs coming? What do you think? And so by doing this kind of a reveal video, I'm able to kind of head that off the pass, right? And talk a little bit about what I think without, spending too much time responding to people individually. So with all that said, let's go on ahead and just jump into it and take a look at the reveal here for the very first time. And boom, Pacific's, yes! Okay, I'm excited about this. The reason I'm excited about this is LC200N. Right here we see this steel is LC200N. LC200N is a great steel. It is a very good all-arounder. Is it the best edge retention beast? No, ever? No, absolutely not. But at the same time, it's a great steel on land or on sea. And by moving the Salt series into the LC200N, this signals the end of H1 steel, or at least we're heading there, which is another rust-proof steel, but just which performs a lot less well, I think, in the daily life. So seeing the Salt line transitioning to LC200N is great, because that means that although this is the Pacific, which is a big old knife, it's a 3.76-inch blade. Hopefully what this means is that later on in this we're going to see some of the smaller versions as well, because that's going to be excellent. Okay, next up we've got the K390 Indela and the Police. Great. I actually just picked up a K390 Delica yesterday. It just arrived. Not for review particularly, but just for the channel. I bought one of these guys because I'm curious about K390 as a steel. And, its biggest issue, I gather, is it's not super stainless, but aside from that, it's kind of a beast. And so I'm very curious about that. And so seeing the Indela and the Police coming in K390 is great. We have now a set of pink Delicas, which is fine. I always caution people, oh, it's for the Pink Heels Foundation. Whatever. I always caution knife companies that, the way to make a knife for a woman is not to take the same knife and make it pink. There are certainly women who love pink knives, but there's a little bit more to it than that. But hey, why not? It doesn't hurt to have the color variation. Okay, so far we're looking at a lot of sprinty changes, nothing too big. Tenacious Lightweight in S35, interesting. Okay, so Tenacious Lightweight's a knife I've reviewed recently. I don't think it's live on the channel yet, but it's actually pretty good in that it's the Tenacious, but it offers a lower and more compelling price point. The big question for me on the Tenacious Lightweight is going to be the price point here. If they're able to, in S35, if they're able to come in at a good value with this, that's actually, that could be very interesting. But aside from that, it's not something that I'm going to just jump at for my collection or anything like that, because Tenacious is a fine design, but I got lots of S35 VN. Price is going to have to be right there. Man Bugs in Warncliffe? Okay, whatever. No major shock there. And the Honeybee in, what do we got? 3CR, okay, in black, okay. And that, yeah, that's fine. That's a thing that they can do. Okay, this is more interesting. Ooh, Sage 1 in Maximate. I did not expect that. So Maximet is another one of these very, very kind of high edge retention steels. Not the toughest thing ever, but wow. So the liner lock, the Sage 1 is a liner lock rather than a frame lock, and they're doing it in Maximate now. That's going to be an interesting choice. It's getting nice thin Maximate into a lot of people's hands. I don't know that I'm, like, the Sage series is not something that really gets me going generally, but I like that they're doing that they're providing more steel options in the Sage series. Why not? And the Sage 1's a nice one to do it with, right? And have I reviewed the Sage 1? Maybe. I think I did. Either way, I should find out. Bird's Eye Maple Chaparral, great. Keep doing these Chaparral hand variations. We just had, the scale variations, that is. We just had the sun and the moon. That's nice. Good to see that. Patadese? What the heck? Stunning design, scales it down. Oh, a pocket-friendly patata in M390. Well, okay. I can't say I'm like, oh my god, yes, take me now with this, but at the same time, that actually could be pretty interesting. It's a nice size. The heck is the? It's a liner lock. It's in their ethnic series. You know what? Maybe. Yeah, sure. Why not? I might give that a try. Made in Italy. Okay. Um. Okay. Yeah, that could be interesting. The autonomy is their automatic knife. None of these are going to be able to be gotten in the U.S. without major hurdles, but they've moved that to LC200N. That's cool. And then the small fly. Yeah, I'm not a Bally song person, but I'm sure some folks are going to love that. And CBN Benchstone. Oh, that's interesting. Nylon pouches. I'm glad they're announcing that. The mule teams. Okay, interesting. In S45. No shock there. But it's good to see them continuing the mule team. Oh, they did a Vanquest 17. So, okay, the Vanquest Spyderco Messenger bag is one of my, like, Vanquest bags generally are amazing. I actually have the Spyderco smaller version, the 15, and I have a Vanquest 17 bag. And I haven't reviewed them yet, honestly, because I've been stuck at home for months, right? I'm not using bags as often outdoors, and so I haven't had as much chance to play with the 17. But this is a great bag. I guarantee, I've been loving this, and Vanquest has kind of, although I don't like the style of it as much as I like, for instance, the Nutsack or the, even the Go Rucks are a little bit, but still, this is great. This is a really great bag. Vanquest does great work, and Spyderco, this branding of it is just a little bit different branding, right? But I highly, highly recommend that bag. It will be a gem. I just haven't gotten around to doing the review yet. But either way, I'm glad to see them doing the full-size 17 in that, because I'm loving my full-size 17 unlabeled Vanquest bag. And, sure, why not, right? And then Spy 27 Sprint Run. Good Lord, that's Colorado. Exclusively at Spyderco.com. Okay, I mean, sure, why not? Have we seen the laser, the colored laser version thing? I don't know that Spyderco's done that before. Either way, okay, fair enough, sure. So that's a Sprint, no problem, and that's it. Okay, so there you go. There are my thoughts on this. In terms of things I'm interested in, if I didn't already have the Envoy 17 full size, I'd probably be doing one of that. The CBN Benchstone would actually be, I'd be curious to see how this kind of performs. I'll be curious to see some of the sharpening community's thoughts on this one, because I know a lot of folks like bonded CBN. I'm interested in the Patadese for sure. The lightweight Tenacious is going to be interesting depending on the price. It's probably not a knife I'm going to review again because it's just a lightweight Tenacious, but with S35, but it may be something I recommend on a regular basis. And the rest of it is just, and the fact that we're now getting salt line knives in LC200N, that's probably the most exciting part of this. Yeah, there you go. Those are my thoughts. Hope this has been interesting to you, and have yourselves an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.